know that you value having a clean, clear, and organized space. That's why you're here. I also know you don't need me telling you what to clean or what to do today, but I am here to encourage you to prioritize one space that you've been avoiding. I have clearly been avoiding several spaces, which is why in today's extreme clean video, we are going to get caught up in those areas, which includes the floors, the kitchen, the bedroom, and the laundry room. Also, a couple weeks ago, I let y'all know that we did buy a new house that's currently being built. So I wanted to tell you the story about how that all came about. And most importantly, I wanted to share that if you are struggling with a difficult decision to make, then maybe I have a little bit of help or can help you put into perspective which decision would be the best one for you. But speaking of moving, I clearly can't sell this house if it is the way it is. So I'm going to get started doing some deep cleaning here. And then throughout the next several videos, I'll be doing a lot of decluttering and getting everything ready in this house to sell. But for now, we're going to start in the living room, gathering up some toys, cleaning the couch, and then shampooing this carpet.
Don't wanna take it slow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time. Needed some time to grow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time. Ready to talk, baby. Can be your rock, baby. Please come and sit with me or take a walk with me. I need to speak to you. Just wanna be with you. Just let me take you for a ride. Is there a chance that we could make another try? I think we're meant to be. Didn't wanna say goodbye. If there's a chance, just tell me how. Cause time is precious, time is now. Don't wanna take it slow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time. Needed some time to grow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time. No, I was dumb, baby. Just waited young, baby. I was too blind.
If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Michelle, and a lot of my content is around cleaning and organizing, decluttering, and then some home decor. So basically, all things for your home. But over the time that I've been, posting and creating content on YouTube, I realized that the majority of y'all are amazing at all of this stuff. You're amazing at cleaning. You typically have it all together. You prioritize it. So the goal with my channel is to clean along with you, but hopefully inspire you in other areas of your life. And as I'm doing my introduction, there's dog hair all over my couch. Now, if you were here with me in person, that would be the most weirdest, awkwardest introduction. But here we are. But anyway, by the end of this video, if you feel like you've gotten anything out of the video, then you can go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, or give the video a thumbs up if you did like it. Because none of this content matters if it's not helpful for you, and that just gives me the heads up that it is actually helpful.
Spend some time. Needed some time to grow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time. Don't wanna take it slow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time with you. I wanna spend some time. Needed some time to grow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time.
So I'm using the Bissell Pet Pro carpet shampooer, and this works really good on this rug because it's low pile. It's a performance rug, and it's great for small kids, but it's not super soft. But at least for me, with 3 kids and a dog, it is really hard to keep rugs clean in our house. And our dog is 14, so she has been having accidents everywhere recently. I do need to get doggy diapers. Y'all recommended those to me. I didn't even realize that they made those. And now I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, how many diapers? I'm going to change my kids' diapers, and I'm going to change my dog's diapers. But you got to pick your battles, right? All right, so on this spot, our dog had an accident, and Chris, my husband, he likes to clean up with a shop vac and soap. Wait, what is it? Dawn soap and hot water. But for some reason, the Dawn soap almost bleached. I don't know if it bleached this rug, the part of the rug, but I mean, it's not as easy to tell once it's wet, but it still has a white spot. And I'm like, how in the world did Dawn soap and water create such a white spot? At first he was like, it's because the rug is so dirty and I just cleaned that one spot. And then I was like, no, I don't think so. So I don't know. Have you guys ever done that? I'm not quite sure why it did that on just at one spot. But anyway, now I'm going to move on to this kitchen runner rug. This was I love this rug. It was the worst rug to buy as a runner and put in the kitchen. It is so soft and it is so comfortable. But, the kitchen is just such a high traffic area that I don't know. I don't know why I do the things that I do, but I just have a feeling this rug's not going to last long. So here's my quick check that the water did not seep through the rug. And next I'm going to move on to our bedroom. And to be honest with you, I loved this rug. I keep talking about rugs. I'm a rug person, if you can't tell. I loved this rug, and when we move, it's done. I have to throw it away. It was not good for a high traffic area. I think it was made of wool, and it would just get pretty dirty. And when I do use this shampooer on it, it pulls up, what is it called? When it pulls up pieces of the rug. And if you look up close to it, it's not good. So whenever we do move, I'm going to have to get a new one. Now, whenever I'm looking at home decor websites, one of the first things I always go to is rugs. Even if I don't need a new rug, I feel like I'm always browsing rugs, and I never buy a new one because rugs are just so hard, in my opinion, I feel to picture in a space. And then you're like, oh my gosh, why is the one I like so expensive and my kids are just going to tear this up, but it looks so pretty, I don't know, all the things. I have such a difficult time making decisions. How do we even make the decision to move with the interest rates and all of the things going on right now? I'll tell you that in a minute once I clean up this rug, dump everything out, and move on to the kitchen.
Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Baby, got me breathing now, breathing now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart's still open, can I close? Baby, got me breathing now, breathing now. Welcome to this one-way ride, we're all on it, got to give it a go. All we got is hope. Don't you know? Wipe the floor of yesterday. You can change it anyway. And you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Baby, let me breathe it now.
So Chris and I had big dreams to move on a piece of property next. So whether that meant a half an acre or an acre, we just wanted space. And we have been saying that for the last several years. And that was kind of our dream. So we always thought, especially now, we were like, the interest rates are high. It doesn't make sense to move. But when we do move, then we are going to be in our dream house on a piece of property. And we're not making until we get that, we're not going to do anything until we can have that dream house. Now, we had friends that lived in these other neighborhoods, and they'd always be like, oh, come out to our neighborhood. And we would be like, nope, we're not moving into another neighborhood. So one day, a little bit before Christmas in December, I had went to friend's house. She had like a party for all of the kids, and I like I love her house. I love her floor plan, and I just started thinking like, I don't know if I want to live on a piece of property with our kids' ages, I just don't know when that would happen, when that would be realistic. Maybe there's an interim home that we could do, or that could be available before we reached, our ideal dream home. That was, I started thinking I kind of like the neighborhood feel, and I kind of like that and want that for my kids, because right now having a piece of property in our area is just, it's not in our budget, not close to our budget. So it would be a little bit of time. So I came home one day and I was like, Chris, I think that I want to move. Like, what do you think about moving? And he's like, no. Like, where is this even coming from? We had a conversation not that long ago about how it is like a horrible time to move and also about what we wanted. And I was like, just hear me out. Just hear me out. And I told him, some of the reasons why, and that there's this neighborhood that we love. We have friends in. There's a floor plan that I love. The problems with, our house is beautiful, but like, I want a 1-story, I want an office, I want, I'm picturing this dream on a little bit, like a bigger lot, but not necessarily property, and all of these things, trying to sell him on this idea of moving. And he's just like, you're just coming out of left field on me, Michelle. Like, what's going on? So I let that sink in. And that next weekend, I just said, will you hear me out, and will you come and just look at houses in this neighborhood? And I just kept saying, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. So he agreed to come start looking at houses with me. And, I knew that if I could get him to look, then like the dream, like once you start envisioning it, then it starts becoming more real. And we started looking, and we actually didn't have any luck. I was thinking I would just go and there would just be something, and I would just be like, we got to do it today. Like when you go and like look for a new car, and they have like all these brand new cars, and you don't intend to leave with a new car, but you do. Well, that's how I envisioned it was going to be, but it wasn't at all. Like we didn't find anything. There wasn't that much inventory. They weren't building a lot, and the lot sizes were not worth it enough to move, because we have a wonderful home here. So it's like, we're not going to move just because. We're going to move if we feel like it's worth it. So after going through like a lot of the neighborhood, it's a new build. There's a lot of new builds, and we walked through this one floor plan, and we were like trying to figure out if we could get this floor plan on a specific lot. And we were doing all these lot fits so that basically you can see if this floor plan goes on this lot, how much backyard space will you actually have, like in reality, once it's built. So nothing was really working out. And I know that we ended up going back several more times. We were looking for about 3 weeks to try and fit, make something work. And I just said, Chris, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. We don't have to move just because. And all of a sudden we walked into one of the other model homes, and she's like, what floor plan are you trying to get? And I showed her, and she's like, we're actually building this house right now, and it's where they're about to break ground, and it's very similar. And we were like, well, we would need to negotiate on the price, and we would need to like make this work. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, then it's not meant to be. And I started getting like anxiety because, big decisions. But anyway, we made an offer, and they did counter offer, but we ended up, that's how it happened. And it turns out like maybe this really was meant to be. And when we started telling people, one of the first things everyone says is, oh my gosh, why would you buy a house in these interest rates? This is just terrible. Like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. And all coming from a good place, right? Because if you're in the US, like, you understand right now that the interest rates are really high. So the market is not great to buy a house. Most people are waiting, And, Chris brought this up, and I just said, I just feel like we live in this society where we're just waiting for everyone else to tell us what to do and when to do it. If we just live our lives basing our decisions off when someone else tells us when to do something, then we're never going to get what we want, right? Because if I wait for the market to be right, perfect, then we're going to have, trouble buying a house because everyone's going to be buying a house. We're not going to end up getting what we want. If we go forward with this decision, we get what we want and we're able to negotiate because of the market. Maybe we are sacrificing the interest rates for a period of time and then we can refinance. And I'm not saying this like, okay, who cares, go buy a house and spend all your money. Like, if it's not the right decision for you, it's not the right decision for you. But if you are wanting something and you're waiting for someone else to tell you when you should do it, then, you're limiting yourself. But what I'm really like trying to get out is I was reading this, I was doing this masterclass, and this mentor said, when you're faced with a difficult decision, there is no right and wrong answer, because each decision is your story that you're creating. And regardless of the decision that you make, you're going to make it have a good outcome, and you're going to do everything in your power to make it beautiful. And so I'm going to take this decision, to buy the house or to not buy the house in the hard times situation, and I'm going to put them down two paths. So if I were to buy the house and I'm now 95 years old and I look back, what story would I tell myself, right? Was this one step away from our absolute dream home? Will our kids have a great life? Will the interest rate not matter? Or if I went down the other path and I am now 95 years old and I'm looking back, what will that look like, right? It will still be beautiful. We will have had a great interest rate. We wouldn't have to have worried about anything. We were staying in our house for as long as we needed, and I would figure out how to organize this house better. And, just basically, what does that story look like? But the point of it is that either way, you're going to make the story work. You're going to make the story beautiful. So I start saying, I want, I feel like I want to move, and I feel like the interest rates aren't going to bother me, because in my story, we're going to do everything in our power to make it work, and we're going to be where we want to be when we want to do it. And, when we need to refinance, we can refinance. We can make it work, right? So it's your story that you're building, and that's the whole purpose of it. And whatever decision that you make, you're going to make it a beautiful decision. So I thought that was such a powerful piece of advice that I wanted to share. Hopefully it was helpful.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up again. I will get up again.
So about a year ago, maybe y'all remember, we completely remodeled this laundry room and we added all of the board and batten along the walls and then painted everything like a light greenish earthy color. So along the board and batten walls, I have to go and make sure I deep clean inside the creases, which I never thought I would have to do, but it's fine. It's just an extra step. But as far as the washer and dryer go, we also replaced our washer and dryer over the a few months back, and we are loving them. We used to have the Samsung, and then now we replaced them with LG, and we haven't had any issues so far. A lot of y'all recommended either LG, Whirlpool, or Speed Queen, so that's why we went ahead and went with the LG. When we remodeled this laundry room, we ripped out all the original tile. We picked out some fun tile from, I think, Floor and Decor, and then we just added that board and batten, and then we painted, and the whole project took like $300 or so, and that is because Chris did have some of the tools, although he was like, this was a pain. I'm never ripping out and putting in new tile again. For our laundry room in our new house, I ended up picking out a black floor. So we're going to have black hex tiles, and we're just going to see how it comes together. Maybe I'll do something fun on the walls. I'm not quite sure yet, but the things that I did pick out for the new house are going to be a little bit different because, I don't know, I think I'm just ready to like not do everything so traditional, although a lot of it's going to be traditional, but and then, when you pick out things, it's like they give you a little sample piece, so like a 4x4 sample piece, and you have to envision like your whole room being that. That's the difficult part. So seeing it come together will be exciting, and hopefully it all looks good together. Next, I'm going to do some laundry before I pick up the bedroom. But one of the things that I heard about decorating, like the 2024 decorating trends, is that more people are going with like what they like more than trying to find a specific trend and do that trend, which I feel like it should be all the time because, trends come and go, and then what you like is what you like. I mean, it's your house. You're the one living in it. But I am leaning a lot towards Shay McGee. So if you are familiar with Studio McGee, she has like a line at Target, or McGee & Co. is like their more upscale line. But anyway, they have a show on Netflix called Dream Home Makeover, and that's where I first saw them. And then she came out with, she's like an interior designer, and they'll go and remodel people's homes and spaces, and then she like has her own line. So anyway, I follow her on Instagram, and then I follow like a lot of her design style. So I'm really leaning towards her design style whenever I plan to design our home.
A couple hours from Japan, would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am when you're far away, and I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while, but I want you close. I just need you to know that I want you close, closer than before. I know that we've been through a lot, now we're hiding in the crowd. I'll be whatever you want me to be, you know I'm on your side. And I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while, but I want you close. Closer than before, and no one knows that I
So Rye decided that he was going to jump in and help me and do a little bit of cleaning, and then he ended up just taking off with my rag. So there he goes, right? Whatever makes him happy right now. But actually, he's been sick for a bit. We've been battling ear infections for the last several months, so he's just been really clingy and whiny. So I'm excited. He's starting to feel better, which is nice, but I am going to go and see if he needs to get tubes in his ears, which just helps drain the fluid so that they don't get so many infections, which neither of my other girls had them. So I don't know what they're going to say. I know it's pretty common, and I hear that it's worth it. I don't know if any of your kids have had experience with it. Let me know in the comments. So hopefully, I don't know. We're going to see what they say.
I just need you to know that I want you close, closer than before, closer than before.
So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, but thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're not already. Next week, I'll start some decluttering and prepping for getting this house to sell. So I will see y'all next week.